Rahubat Yasar, Anuki Hotep Amun. Welcome to another Paa Taraq reading with the Supreme Grand Council of 24 Elders. Tonight, Paa Taraq would be read by Mafdet Sai.
Hotep Yasar, Anuki Mafdet Sai, Paa Taraq. Anuki Dakhal Pa Ashak M Pa Pud, Wu Khalal Ashak, Kawan Dakhal Ni. Anuki Kasamun Afaf Pa Pud, Wu Pa Pud, Kawan Kasamun Afaf Ni. Anuki Wahu Ama Pa Pud, Wu Pa Pud, Kawan Wahu Amani. Nuk Kador Najur Ama Kasamun M Pa Pud, Wu Khabub Ama Shakhasun. Nuk Kador Kawan Kalal Pafaf Nuk Rahub Dakhal Pa Pud, Talama Ragabni Kawan Baqay Dakhal Pa Pud, Anuki Yabad Bin Nafasni Pa Pud Kawan Anuki Pa Pud Kador Nuk Kador Pa Pud Amul Nuk Amul Taukum.
Proclamation. Likum Nuwapu Nuwapians. Look at those who cheat and speak untruths, yet they still claim to be one of us, one of our loyal populace. We true Nuwapu Nuwapians have these proclamations. 1. Do not tread in the path of Dawao, evil, on his highway of lawlessness. 2. Do not lie about Wunuwap by rejecting Pamanzal, Natar, Amun Nabab, Re'e Akak Pata, Zetwi. 3. Do not lie, misusing our creed of truth, Hakak, by ignoring the facts. 4. Do not lie and claim you are a true lover of truth unless you are practicing it. 5. Do not lie and say you can be trusted and loyal to your true race, Nuwapu, Nuwapians, when you are not. 6. Do not lie and say you are the peacemaker when you are indeed the source of arguments, fights, and gossips. 7. Do not lie and commit atrocities by rejecting Ma'at, reconciliation, when other Nuwapu, Nuwapians wish to make up. 8. Do not lie and say you can be trusted while you sneak around, violating all that you claim is best for our people. 9. Do not lie, deceive, cheat, by acting and living in the image of this beast man of sin. If you undertake these responsibilities, let it be known by your actions. Paa Taraq would be read by Nafar Ka Re Shabaku.
Hotep Yasar, Anuki, the 4 Kare Shabaku. Conscious being. 1. The spiritual planes are operating at 180 degrees to this physical plane. You see this on the drawings in ancient Egypt. The realm of the Mawat, dead, is always upside down and backward, the realm of the living. 2. Ashtat and her sister, Nababtat Hatat, both Nazdartwi, deities of life, and the underworld, and seen with their wings, also portrayed facing in opposite Tadrur directions. 3. The dualism theme is reversal as above, so below, or when you're standing on an orb such as Taha, Earth, which is not at the bottom of the Wahu Makwam universe. There is no real up or down. 4. You're not at the foundation of anything. You're in a state of something. 5. So the theme of dualism is not fact by generating out of itself to become, as ancient Egypt was called, the two lands, or Hatat Ka Ptah above, Hatat Ba Ptah below, or north and south on the same Kawak planet. 6. So also is heaven and hell, up and down. So many times when one speaks of heaven or docking points, the word heaven is really haven, a harbor or refuge, and can be from outside your being to your innermost being inside. 7. How can you, standing on an orb that is out in space, not all the way up or all the way down, have an up or down, heaven above or hell below? 8. Next is created the dual realities, or good versus bad. 9. Or Wawed, good, and Dawu, evil, as if there is extremes of each other. 10. When in fact, again, they generate out of one another from a single point. 11. How Sakan hot is Sakan hot, how Barad cold is Barad cold, and which is the center, warm or cool. 12. At what exact point do you start and in which direction? 13. They have created temperature meters as cold in a drop of temperature down and hot as a raise in temperature up. 14. So in this form of thing, hot or hell is rising upward and cold heaven is dropping downward. Mental deception and confusion. One hell, but many heavens. 15. As you read religious Safa'at books, you see it uses Patat-at, heavens. 16. Yet when it speaks of hell, it's a single hell, one place. 17. The deception is in their use of binary or twofold, double star, two stars revolving around the same center of gravity that translates into a force that has both good and evil, or God and devil. What is the central force? 18. Or being you and your choice, so in fact you create what is Wawed, good, and what is Dawu, evil. Who or what is God, and who or what is the devil, generating out of the central point in space and Wagat, time. 19. Now in ancient Egypt, this fact is included. You have Pa Katat, the body, which is linked to as Pa Ka, the spirit person or rational and conscious existing being. And you have Pa Ba, the soul, which is the emotional and conscious being, and Pa Akak, ethereal being, the creative astral being existing as a link to realities, a craft called the Black Bird, and is called by a person the real secret name. 20. The Akak, ether's being, is in degrees of Sakam, power, from the weakest, 1 ether, to 9 ether, and on the opposite side of the 180 degrees of ether. 21. We come in contact with energy from 1 hydrogen to 9 levels, which subdivide by biaps, ziads, even lighter forms of the hydrogen atom, weightless existing or gas, ghost, as at H1 or atomic weight of hydrogen. A colorless gas begins links to E1 or subatomic weightless ether. 22. Ether, called a substance or fluid that fills space, used as anesthetic to render one unconscious. Energy in motion, energy, vigor, force, or activity. 23. It is understood in a sleep state or ethereal state, one containing all memory. 24. One can't lie to oneself or about oneself, and identity takes you to the realm of true form and images, recollection, or dreams. 25. the revelations of your subconscious mind linked to Paa Taraq, the all. 26. At the physical death, or Paa Taraq, the body, the Ba, soul, and Ka, spirit, are separated and after 70 days are reunited. 27. If they are unable to reunite, then the Ba, soul, will continue on to higher planes alone, leaving the Ka, spirit, and all sense of personal attachment to fade or gradually disintegrate into nothingness. 28. That's a loss of soul to its higher link, the Akak, etheric self. 29. This is what will happen to all who give or lose their Ba, as did the Ka'an, who Canaanites, whose etheric being is too weak, only reaching to E6, are not strong enough to fly the heavens, so they do not receive their wings. 30. This for a Patahite Nagar, Negroid, is considered a terrible fate that was the true reason for the ancient funerary rites or opening of the mouth when Sahat was above Paa Taraq, the sky, to reunite the Ba, soul, and the Ka, spirit, to give power enough to radiate and integrate the state called Asar, that is, raise the sacrum power of Paa Taraq, the ether, all done in 180 degrees, operating state as the DNA double helix or inverse worlds positioned at 180 degrees. 31. The unconscious soul, Ba, can be stolen to control your ether, Akak, from your Katat, body, while it is still alive. 32. If this happens, the conscious being of the Ka, spirit person, looks the same, yet the Ba, soul, linking them to their Akak, ether, weakens. The Sakam, power, becomes sluggish, and the person is reduced to the image of a sixth ether being. 33. All kinds of drugs, alcohol, caffeine, or alkaloid in tea and cocoa and coffee, as well as nicotine, or this poisonous oily liquid in tobacco, affects you. 34. The misuse of your genital fluids, and this is for both male and female, staying up too late for the melanin works for you at shadow hours. 35. Or melaninic, black, melaninism, or melanite, high explosive in your genes. 36. Hanging out all hours of the night in the red lights also drains your Ba, soul, and weakens your Akak, etheric being. 37. You become the living dead like six ether beings, and in time lose all ability to remember the past or operate within a subjective state of mind. 38. Under a trance or nawam, spell of sleep, ignorance of who you really are, as you replace it with his story, a wannabe, in the image of the man of sin, Zuen, Zion, Sion, Sin, Nanar. 39. To lose your Akal mind, be out of your own Akal mind in another mindset, working for them, killing for them, sleeping and mixing with them. 40. Or trying to be accepted by them, to lose your very Ba, soul, and any chance of a continued Anak life after this one. 41. You cannot trust anything he or she says to you. 42. They are liars by their very Dawu, evil nature. 43. If he advertises that something is good for you, it's not. 44. He sells sugar, he sells milk, he sells animal flesh, and he sells all kinds of intoxicants. 45. And will tell you they are good for you, or his medicine will help you. 46. He will offer you nothing that is good for you or will help you in any way except to kill your Katat, body, Akal, mind, and Ba, soul. 47. It is up to you as an Afaf Reye Ka, African, to know an African's body and eat your barah food. 48. If you have become ill by being out of place and eating the wrong things, you seek out your own kind, who knows which herbs will heal you. 49. If you had breed with them before you knew Wu Nuwap, there is no fault as long as they accept Wu Nuwap and raise the offspring as such. 50. For you as Nagaru, Negroids, hold the original strongest genes. 51. If you mix or are mixed, you are by blood genes Nagaru, Negroid. 52. Unless you make the choice to give your soul to them and bring them about an end to your seed. 53. You must relearn to Shafuf, see again. 54. You are aboriginal and nothing can change that. Be proud of who you are, dress it, eat it, speak it, think it, help it, and by doing so help yourself and kind. 55. If you are with me, Pa Nabab Yanun, come with me out of the 400 years. 56. Nawapians know this. The ethereal plane to which we are connected by way of our glands or seats is the abode of many diverse elements. Each of the 9 etheric states vibrate and subdivide. 57. Thoughts take forms and imaginations become images. Memory, ghost, elements, atoms, cells, human out-of-body projections. 58. In a wide variety of discarnate and even non-human entities. 59. Each of these gravitated to those of similar vibratory resonance on the ethereal plane. Like attracts like. 60. With thought forms and entities of dense and heavy resonance, lower in the field than those of quicker or happier vibrations. 61. Know that every event that takes place in the physical realm is imprinted a thought form onto the ethereal, yet most fade over time. 62. Mortals, that is very physical humans, live in the slowest frequency level. 63. In the field of vibration as is to be expected. 64. The higher levels in the field of vibration are composed of the faster frequencies. 65. Entities that exist within these levels think and act much faster than those in the lower levels or slower planes. 66. And their mental states are much more unified in Pa Taraq, the all, a group mind called mental. 67. As one descends through the field, gravity increases, dragging down thought into separateness, allowing for the development of individual consciousness, choice, will, and easy access by the demon forces. 68. Who dwell on the lowest level waiting to step into their katat-at bodies, take over their akal-at minds, use their emotions, then once they cause them to do something or say the wrong thing, they move on to the next shakas person. 69. That's that inner voice that leads many to their death or to fight and even kill, and they walk in. 70. Many fights between lovers are caused by these lower level beings. 71. Many dead who wish to feel life again being trapped on a lower level can't move on. 72. They become evil forces and call all kinds of events that lead to sufferings. 73. They move on ill feelings, anger, jealousy, hatefulness, envy, and so on. 74. These are all lower forces from 5 ether down to 1 ether, working on all physical elements from H1 hydrogen, working on all cells and atoms in the physical realm. 75. Now how does it come about just as Pa Reye, the sun, is composed of H1 and He, or hydrogen and helium? 76. Hydrogen atomic number 1, a colorless gas which combines with O8, oxygen to form water, H2O8, and helium gaseous element, once H1, is changed into He, it burns and the sun is born. 77. Hydrogen fusing into helium and you have the source of all physical life and light. 78. So also on the other side of the elements or atomic construction, you have ether 1 or ether 2 combined to create spiritual life and light. 79. A class of organic compounds in which two hydrocarbon groups are linked by an oxygen atom. That's ether, breath, breathing. 80. You have the outer sun and you have your inner sun. 81. Outer sun and solar plex, seat of the inner sun. Tawakkum.
I am who I am will be read by Sabaktat Nefru Ankh.
Rahubat Yasal, Anuki Sabaktak Nifru Ankh. I am who I am. 1. I have been with you because I love you all. I am Zedi, Zetwi, Zedi, Pa Manzal Nazdar Amunna Babare Akak Pata. 2. I will soon depart from you. 3. I incarnate from time to time to renew our timeline. 4. I am here, which is there now. 5. My time to depart is near, so I only wish you knew who I was to you. 6. I will return again and again. Look for me in the wind. Look for me in the waters. Look for me in the soil. Look for me in your dreams. 7. I will incarnate again when needed. 8. This is my findings. 1. They look for me, yet they don't see the real me. 2. They listen to me, yet they don't hear what I am really saying. 3. They have touched me, and still they were not able to feel me. 4. They have kissed me, yet they did not love me. 5. They were born of my genes, yet they are not my child. 6. They followed me, yet not close enough. 7. They came to me, yet they did not stay. 8. They smiled with me, yet they did not mean it. 9. They greeted me, yet and still never meant it. Tawakkum.
Tawakkum. Wadaw.